This is Hillbillies in the Bush, and today I'd like to show my Flintknapping kit that I got and put together. And it's in a nice, great big tackle box. And I'll go ahead and get this camera off the tripod there and give you guys a look at it and show you some of the things I've been doing. This is what it looks like when it's in the box. This is a tackle box, just to give you a little shot there. I'm going to go ahead and shut this off and lay this stuff out and show you what I've made and give you a little look-see at it. Okay, this is basically the kit that I carry in the top of this. I am using primary glass, plate glass, and bottom of wine jugs, which is pretty thick stuff. And bottom of Jack Daniels bottles, any kind of alcohol half-gallon bottles I can find, or just 1/8 inch 3/16 plate glass that I can find. So I do have a glass cutter that kind of helps me get them started. Usually when I knock some of these bottles apart, I will wear a pair of these gloves, or at least on the left hand. The glass is razor sharp. I've got a few cuts on my fingers that leaked a little blood, but no stitches. Some of the pressure flakers, these three, and these boppers over here, the handles are Osage orange. I love Osage orange. It's a hard wood, but once you make something out of it, it usually lasts pretty good. This is one of the first ones I made. I put a flaker on the end of it, and a little copper bopper. I've got some caps here that I got some bigger ones to make to take out in the field. This is a pretty good size one for smashing some rocks. But there's a video on how to make these, probably better than anything I can do. Jim Wynn, his YouTube channel's Paleo Man Jim, and he shows how to make these back in his videos. Real easy to make, or you can buy them online. There's a few places online you can get stuff. Up here, some of my braiders are just regular coarse type whetstones. You can use grinding stones. Here's some natural braiders. This is actually a bow drill. I use this for a braider plus a bow drill socket. Here's another little one. Actually, that there was drilled in with a piece of flint that I put in a stick and used a bow drill as kind of like a drill. But here's some leather pad, hand pads. This is a little one I made out of Osage orange. I got that idea from Jack Crafty. He's got one like this. Here's some leather that I stacked up. This is mine belt. This is the first one I made, and the notch is a little big. It's kind of flexible. But some of these here, you can pop that right out, put another one in, push another one in. This here is a real fine, I don't know if that's focusing or not, a real fine concrete nail is what it is. And it's real hard. Makes a pretty good flaker, or notcher I should say. But you can find these concrete nails like this, and they usually got a pretty good steel to them. And here's the last one I made, and it is a piece of solid 1/2 inch steel round stock that I center drilled out, and it goes back up inside there, probably that far. And I epoxied it in, drilled and tapped for a 532 set screw, and it takes the longer. These here can go all the way back in the handle. The longer copper. The copper I use is this is copper grounding wire. You can get them in foot links or whatever they sell them. I think this is 1/4 inch diameter. Let me see if I can get that to focus. I don't have my glasses on, so I don't even know if it's focusing or not. But this here's a notcher tip. These are just tips you can put inside there. These are some of the finer tips that's sharpened to a pretty good little point. I really don't know how much to sharpen these things or how sharp they should be or shouldn't be. I notice it seems like once you get them really fine, they're good for like retouching the edge or getting a notch started in your point. Here's some antlers. I really haven't messed around with antlers yet or Abo technique because I'm just now learning. I want to basically try to use modern tools till I get get things down to the right angles and platforms and different things, and then I consider the abo a little harder technique to learn, but I will learn it eventually. But that's basically what sits in the top of my kit. I can't remember what size these caps are. I think this is a 2-inch. I'm going to be using that one on a longer handle when I go out and up at Flint Ridge next time to do field spalling. And of course I have to wear glasses now. I'm getting old enough that I need a pair of cheap glasses for reading, or you do anything close up, and you should wear glasses anyways. I have a little, I think it's like a 5-inch fan, just a little 5-inch fan that I lay up on here, and it runs across me, you know, to blow the dust away, because there is a lot of glass dust from these flakes, or from the glass. I haven't messed around too much with the flint yet, other than just playing around with it. It seems like all I can make is a bunch of turtlebacks, humpbacks, but I'll figure out how to get them flattened out, and the little ball percussion that it makes. I don't know if I got one in here. Here you go. Here's a good example of one. When you knock a flake off, it might be nice and thin and flat, but it'll have this hump right here on it. Where you smack it, it'll create that bulb. I'm having hard time getting that bulb knocked off of there, but I'll figure that out eventually. But that's what I got for the top, and I'll go ahead and show you some of the stuff on the bottom. Doubt if I'll be making videos showing you guys how to do this stuff, because there's really guys out there that are knowledgeable. I'm just learning. For me to try to teach you something would be it wouldn't be feasible at all, because like I say, I'm learning from mistakes. All I can say is grab you some glass, start playing around with it. Grab you some rock, start playing around with it. Watch a bunch of YouTube channels. There's guys out there that really does really good videos. And I've already mentioned them in my last video, out of the first video I've done. Like I say, there's Jack Crafty, Freeze Crack, Paleo Man Jim. Those are top 3 guys that I've watched all their videos. Roy Miller, he's got some nice videos making Flint Ridge stuff. Jack Crafty, he uses an indirect method of percussion, and he has some of the best close-ups on any of them that I've seen. He's mounted a camera right there against him. You can see the angles that he's using. He does phenomenal videos with that close-up wide-angle camera. But like I say, I doubt if I'll do any. I'll show you some of the stuff that I've done. I'll go ahead and put this stuff away and get into the second part and show you what I keep down there. I'll be back. Okay, here's what we got in the bottom of that. I have these leather. I've been a welder and fabricator most of my life, and these are the tall, long leather aprons that you put around your neck. I use this to go across my knee. This one here I use to go across my lap and kind of funnel it down into a bucket to catch the stuff. Here's some of the plate glass I've been using. You can see it's looks like it's maybe 5/16 thick, not quite 3/8. Here's the copper rod, or copper grounding wire, that I made those things out of. You just lay it up on a flat surface and tap it gently till it's nice and straight, and cut it to whatever length you got. This is a nice, pretty thick chunk of white leather that I use to lay on top of my pads to kind of get so the flakes will go on it and you should dump them off. Here's a hammerstone that I used up at Flint Ridge, and it took a beating, and on one of them it cracked. I think this is some kind of quartzite granite. You can see the little crystals on it. It's got a kind of a pinkish, I don't know if the light's picking it up, but kind of a pinkish and black to it, and looks like quartz crystals in there. Be nice if them were diamonds. But yeah, it took a beating, and it's not a very big hammerstone for what I was doing with it. So I had a hammer, was the only other thing I have with me, and I didn't know what I was doing, still don't, but I had fun smacking some rocks up there, and the next time I'll go up, I'll be a little more prepared with them copper boppers. Here's some of the Flint Ridge stuff that I have been able to kind of, I wouldn't call these by spall out maybe, but I've done some chipping around them, to get them kind of thinned down, and almost got a working edge all the way around this one. but most of them would turn out like this. Big old hump flat on one side and big old hump on another. Here's some more of this stuff. It's real pretty rock. Here's a soft hammerstone that really takes, it's flint ridge stuff, that chalcedony, it really chews this stuff up. Here's a hard one. This is a real hard, I don't know, some kind of sandstone, hard sandstone rock or something. But here's a couple of the abo tools I got for percussion. I haven't messed around with this one. This is whitetail. Buddy of mine gave me a chunk of elk and I sanded it down and smacked some rocks with it. But nice big long chunk of elk tine. But there you go, guys. I'll go ahead and put this stuff back and I'll show you a couple of the points that I've made, or at least that stayed together and not all broke up. And I'll put all this stuff back and I'll be back with you in just a minute. Okay, I'm back. Wanted to show you guys from left to right. The first one I done was this one here. I don't know where I got it at. If it was bottom of a beer bottle or what it was, but as you can see, flat on one side, humped on the other. You got to learn somehow. Then this is a little one here that I made out of glass. It's kind of crude. I've been wanting to go back in and redo these, but I'm not, because it shows the progress that I've done so far. This is the next one that I've done. This glass is really hard to see. It's even hard to nap, because when you're napping it, it's hard. But you can see there's a few hinges and fingernails in there, little step fractures. Then this was the next one I'd done. This has been done over a course of I don't know, a couple weeks anyway. And they're starting to get a little more refined. Let's see here if I can get. And this is the next one I'd done. As you can see, the scars on the glass. Point's crooked. It's off. The center line's off. But I'm learning and having fun. As long as I'm not cutting myself every day, I'm okay, I guess. Here's one I'd done there a few days ago. I don't know what you'd call that. Almost looks like them dovetails that Roy Miller's making, but this is out of glass. Give you both sides. I think most of the flat on the glass is gone on this one. I don't see any, but. And then here's a little eccentric, I think they're calling these. What this was, it was a piece that I went ahead and flaked the flat, got the flat parts of the glass off, and I started practicing my notching. And after I got it notched, any of these points that were broke off, I went ahead and shaved them down and pointed them so that they had little points and they were sharp. But just to give you a little idea there, I don't know what you'd call that. It ain't really anything. It's just I was practicing notching and I decided to keep it. Here's the last point I made today, and it is razor sharp. The point on it's just needle. It's thinned down pretty good. The center line ain't too bad. I don't think there's any flat part of the glass on it. The notching. This ain't a style point. I don't believe anybody. It's just my style. I'm not going after any particular thing. I do know that if you had an arrow up through here, by having a notch here and a notch here, you'll be able to get a good cross, and then around, straights and cross, which would help lash it to the stick. But where am I here? There we go. But it's a real thin tip. Kind of hard to do this in the camera, but anyway, this is the last one I've made. It didn't turn out too bad, but I'll keep refining it. Like I say, these edges, I got them edges real sharp. But I'll keep refining it, keep playing around. Once I once I get to where I'm knowing what I'm doing on glass, I'll just go ahead and start transferring it over to over into the stone. But I just wanted you guys to see what I've been playing around with, what I've been doing, and I'll be updating some more as we go along. So feel free to leave any comments below. Thanks for watching. Till next time, we'll see y'all later.